Now, you might also find this starts to get quite fast, all right? And it can be a little odd. Okay, that's a J, all right? Let's just let it keep going. You might find it picks up speed, that it starts to get a bit brutal. That's fine. You just keep going with it. Don't let it freak you out. A. You okay? N.
It's Jane.
Whoa! Okay, all right. Okay, let's take a second. So, the name Jane was spelt. What was that like? What was that like? What did that feel like?
Well, it's what I was thinking of.
It's exactly what the
It's the name that I was thinking of. That was your picture.
You're right. You're okay. It's okay. All right. So you were you were
Yeah, I was confused.
you were all, it was Jane's photograph that drew you to it. All of you?
Yeah.
Not you.
I didn't know.
Me neither.
Who did you have?
I had Patty.
Patty?
I had Tina.
Tina? Anybody else?
Jane.
Jane. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. That's 10 of you who had Jane. All right, out of 12. But we shouldn't get too carried away with this because there are also potentially 1 million, 2 million people doing this and joining in at home. And obviously we don't know what picture drew them in and we don't know what they began to spell out on the board. So we're only 10 people out of a much larger number. So we mustn't get carried away, although it does seem mathematically quite extraordinary. And I think Jane was one of... Yeah, can you have a look in there? Get Jane's... they've each got an envelope. Just go through, find Jane's envelope for me. All right. Okay, what I want you to do, can we also just let the camera see? Let's just pop it on there for me. Can you just can we let the camera see? Can you read out? Just read out what it says. Just. Let me just put it there so the sound. Amy, can you just read that?
Her name was Jane Dowie, address 13 Glenwood Road, London, lived in room G7 and trained at Elton Hall from 1970 to 1974.
That's this, yeah, it's Glentworth Road. I think it's difficult to read upside down, but she was one of the students from London. Yeah, it is a bit weird. And I have a feeling that G7... Can we get sound contact with Sally, please?
Don't tell her. This can't be right. Don't tell her.
Hang on, we get sound contact with Sally. Sally, can you hear us? I want to know the room number that you're in. Okay, I think we've lost sound contact with Sally. We'll just get that back. Hang on. Sally, can you hear us? Sally? Sally, can you hear us?
Yeah. Oh, God.
Sally, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes?
Yeah.
Can you just tell us, because we didn't see earlier on, can you remember the number of the room that you're in at the moment?
Number 7.
Oh, God.
All right, okay,
That's not right.
all right, okay, listen, Sally, it turns out I think you're actually in the room number that the student that we've contacted, Jane, it was her room, all right?
It was her room.
All right, so we're going to come and get you. We're going to come and take you out now.
Oh, thank God for that.
All right? Are you okay?
No, don't.
What's...
Darren,
Yes?
please, just let me
Yeah,
out.
we're coming to get you now. Someone's coming to get you now. Are you all right?
I don't know anything. Oh,
Pardon?
will you just come quick?
Yeah. We're coming to get you right now. Someone's on their way.
Darren,
All right?
just don't let anything happen to me.
Nothing's going to happen. You're fine. They're coming to get you now.
Stand by the door, okay?
Yeah, you stand by the door. We'll be there just 1 second. Someone's coming to get you right
Just
out.
be quick, please don't.
Time for the key moment of tonight's investigation. Communicating with the dead. Using this simple voice-activated recording device, Lou asks questions and waits in silence before asking the next. But when he plays back the recording, Lou claims ghosts have answered his questions.
When you start to see how this works, you'll be like, something's trying to communicate. Okay. It's not just random static trying to form some kind of random pattern.
That's what I mean. So you don't do it sometimes, and it is just random.
How strong it comes through, and how clear it comes through.
Yeah.
I guess is dependent upon the spirit or whatever it is that's creating the voice when we do finally hear it. All right, here we go. Beginning of EVP number 1 at 3:53 a.m. Is there a spirit that is around us right now? Could you please tell me your name on this recorder?
In the pauses between Lou's questions, spirits are hopefully giving their answers.
Have you been bothering Judy since we last were here? Why do you keep bothering Judy? Have you been bothering Judy since I last was here? What was that? Huh?
Dropped a coin, sorry.
Okay.
A dropped coin.
Scratch.
My
last
crew are
question.
proving an unruly lot. I shall have words later.
End of EVP. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna play it back. Normally I wouldn't let her listen to these.
And the reason why you wouldn't normally let a client listen to them?
Because it adds to their fear. Certain things trigger the spirit to come into somebody. And sometimes just by listening to the EVP of the spirit can trigger it. But anyway, we're gonna listen to it and we'll see if we hear anything.
Beginning of EVP number 1 at 3:53 a.m. Is there a spirit that is around us right now?
This is a first for me. I could be listening to the dead speak. For believers like Lou, these crackling electronic noises are ghosts answering his questions.
Can you see everybody in this room right now? End of EVP.
Okay. Just don't tell me what you think of it or anything like that. Just keep it to yourself for right now.
I'd like to ask Judy how you're feeling, because I can see you reacting to that and what.
I mean, I don't hear it as that kind of a voice. I hear it more talking. But then again, like I said, I don't know how many are here or what's going on, but that's what freaks me. It's just I know, you know, what they can do.
Okay.
Are we going down into the basement?
Yeah, we're gonna get down to the basement.
And is this an area where there has been particular trouble?
Mm-hmm. This is the area where a lot of those photographs were taken, and it's where a lot of the sounds come from and things of that nature.
Okay.
All right, same thing. I'm just gonna take the recorder and I'll put it right here. What is the name of the person sitting directly to my left? Again, could you please tell me the name of the person sitting directly to my left right here? That was good.
Beginning of EVP, Judy Johnson. What is the name of the person sitting directly to my left? Right here.
Lou thinks he's heard something from the other side, actual words in the static. Is this the physical proof of ghosts in Judy's house? Lou needs time to analyze it. No, I want to do something with you too. Okay. It's this thing that I do when I perform, when I give people their own little personal horror trip in their mind. If you don't want to do this, that's fine. But if you say yes, there is no going back. You cannot change your mind. Do you want to do this?
Yes.
Let me see what you see. Let me see what you see. Let me feel what you feel. Let me feel what you feel. Let me in. Keep looking at me. Keep looking at me. Keep your eyes on me. Keep looking at me. And if at any point you need to open your eyes, you look straight back at me. But for now, just close your eyes. I want you to imagine around you now a wall, a brick wall, an old brick wall, and on the other side of that wall, you've put all your deepest, darkest fears. With my voice right there in the center of your head and floating all the way around you, you know what those fears are. And you place those on the other side of the wall and see them in your mind, clawing, scraping at the wall, trying to get in. Visualize them, see them, smell them, hear them, feel them, fear them on the other side of the wall, pushing at the wall, trying to get in. And the wall is an old wall, it's an old brick wall, and it's starting to crumble, and the bricks are old bricks, and I'm going to reach forward, and I'm going to take one of those bricks, and I'm going to remove it. Wait. Safe. You're safe.
You touched me.
Okay. It's just in your mind. Do you want to carry on?
Yes.
Close your eyes again. And you rebuild the wall and you feel safe. For a while. Until something happens that makes us once again doubt the solidity of our defenses. Picture them again. Build it up again on the other side of the wall, those fears, pushing, struggling, straining to get in, pushing at the wall, feel them, fear them, smell them, sense them, imagine them. I'm going to reach forward, I'll take another brick out. I'll reach forward, I'll take one more out, wait for it, you'll feel it. Open your eyes, do you feel something?
Yes.
You feel it again?
Yes, harder.
Okay. Now look at me. Just close your eyes again now, it's okay. And rebuild the wall completely and safely. For the last time, just rebuild it and feel safe. And put them back on the other side of the wall where they belong and let them dissolve. And strengthen the wall. Make it safe, make it really safe, properly safe. Open your eyes. You okay?
Yes.
It was scary, wasn't it?
Yes.
It was just in your mind. You all right now?
Yes.
You go and warm up, make you some tea.
Okay.
Thank you. Told you it'd be scary.
He touched the back of my head. He touched the back of my head then. But he was there.
What's that?
Holy shit! What do we do? What do we do? Helicopter?
You helicopter.
They're just there, It's the helicopter.
Where?
I can hear it, I can hear it.
All right. Well.
What do we do?
What do we do?
They're not in, hold on.
Okay. Slowly.
Come on. Oh my God. Slowly. Oh my.
Okay, helicopter, ignore the SOS. You are landing outside the compound and away from the infected. That is outside the compound, thank you.
This is great! Hey! How are we going to get to that? How are we going to get to that? Jesus Christ.
Okay, Danny, let's see if Stephen is brave enough to distract them while you two run through.
If one of us can distract them there, we can run past them, and then whoever's left has to, like, run round past them. I'll get Leona there. Go.
Okay, Danny, run to the helicopter. Leona, you're too scared, so you run and hide in that gatehouse. Leona, he can't see you. You need to get back to the base. Go back to the base, Leona. Why did you run?
I couldn't. There were too many of them. I'm sorry.
Right. Can you not run? Can you not go for it? Oh, what can we do?
Can't we just wait until they've gone?
There's no time, the helicopter's gonna go. Get the helicopter and then bring the helicopter back into the compound, yes? And they can then, yeah. So, Leona, tell Stephen to get into the helicopter and bring it back into the compound to pick you up. You are too scared to run through the infected.
I can't leave. I'm too scared. But you can. You can run and get them to land in here.
You.
If I stay here, I'll lock myself in. I'll be safe. But please, you can. If you just go to the chopper, you can get them to land here. I don't want to run through them. I can't do it. Please.
Stay here. Well, as long as it's safe. I'll try and come back.
Okay.
Run! 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 Follow me! Follow me! Follow me! Follow me!
Wait, I can't hear you. What?
I'm not leaving Leona!
What do you mean?
Leona's still inside!
Hang on. What?
Leona's still inside! She wouldn't go with you! You fucking left her!
What? I didn't mean... I lost her, man! I lost her! All right, so what do we do? What do we do?
Try and lure them out!
I'm not that guy, all right? I'm not that guy who goes back. I can't do it, all right? You are, all right? I know that, okay? I'm selfish. I always have been. I always will be. I just don't have a heart. And you do. I'm never going to change, mate. Look at me. Go and save her.
I'm sorry, mate, there are too many infected. If you go back, you're on your own.
Okay, you want to just sort of come and have a seat around the table? Okay, and at home as well, if you haven't already, you need to turn the lights out in your room so that you are doing this in the dark as well. Okay, Sally, you're back with us. How are you doing?
I'm so grateful to you guys.
I'm going to talk to you at the end and make sure, you know, that you're all fine and so on and that everything's good. Okay, so a spirit would always announce its arrival at a séance by causing a bell to ring. Okay, and this is a spirit bell. You can see it's just a metal frame with a little bell on the top there. The cup here is actually an athletics prize that we tracked down for the year that the suicides took place. The idea is that you use objects which will be familiar to the spirits or somehow from the same period. The ball is actually a séance ball. The idea is it's fairly light and sort of easy for the spirits to affect. Okay? You can see they're all daubed with luminous paint. This is so that you can see them in the dark. So now one of you has to be a medium for the purposes of the séance. It's not going to be me, but I will help you and guide you through it. So I'm going to choose one of you at random, and I've got 11 cards here for you. Sally, I don't think you should get through this. So I'm going to draw a cross on one of them, mix these up, and basically just ask you each just to take one. Don't look at them yet, but whoever's got the cross will be the medium, all right? So if you just sort of spread them out a bit on the table, and just pull them over to you, but don't look at them yet. Now, obviously none of you is a medium nor has trained to be one. But whoever holds the cross at the moment will absolutely become an effective medium for this seance. That means you will be able to channel the spirit of Jane, and when I talk to you, you'll be able to answer me as Jane and absolutely be her. Okay? So just all turn over your cards. Who's got the cross? Holly, can you just show the camera just so... Great. Thank you. All right. So, Holly, basically, Jane will be able to come through you. I'll talk you through it, and then at a certain point I will say, Jane, are you there? Jane, can I speak to you? And at that point, you're just going to let her come through. You happy doing that? Yep?
I think so.
Okay, all right. This is the time for the camera crew to leave, so I'd like you guys to go, which will leave just us alone in the room with remote control cameras, night vision cameras that are around the room, all right? Okay, thank you. Okay, I'm going to ask you all to join hands with the people on either side of you, so do that now. Okay. Everybody just take a deep breath in and out. And in. You're breathing at the same rate and speed as each person on either side of you. Not only that, but you're breathing in unison with everybody in the circle. You must now keep this circle unbroken. You keep tight hold of the person on either side of you. Whatever you do, you keep the circle unbroken. And Holly, as we do this, I want you just to begin to allow Jane's presence to just form. You'll be able to do this brilliantly, and you just let that start to come to the surface now and just feel that in there. What I want everybody now to do in the room is to move into a welcoming state. I want you to think of a time when you've really been eager to see somebody, maybe somebody you're meeting at an airport that you haven't seen for a long time, somebody that you are in love with, or somebody that you really want to see and you really want to welcome them. And Jane, we welcome you here in this room. The 13 of us welcome you here. Everybody now, again, just focusing on the breathing as well, with your eyes open, breathing in. And then letting it out. And in. And out. And Jane, now as we sit here in this room, we welcome you here. We make this a place of welcoming for you. Holly, I would like you to say to Jane now that she is welcome to be here in the room. Will you say that for me?
Jane, you're welcome to be here in the room.
That's right. Absolutely welcome. Just here in the room, Jane. I want you to feel comfortable. And I want you to make your presence felt by moving the cup for us. Holly, I want you to ask Jane to show her presence by moving the cup.
Jane, show your presence by moving the cup.
Just be present here in the room, Jane. Be here amongst us. Be welcome here. And just moving the cup, Jane, just to let us know that you're here and feel welcome in the room. Okay, we're going to turn our attention to the ball instead. Everybody focusing on the ball. Jane, just allow your presence now to be felt just by moving for us so we can see that you're here. Holly, ask Jane to show us that she's here by moving the ball to let us know that she's here.
Jane, move the ball to let us know that you are here.
That's right. As we welcome Jane into the room, just allowing that presence to be here. Okay. Let's turn our attention back to the cup. Okay, all right. Okay, keep the circle unbroken. Keep the circle unbroken. Keep the circle unbroken. Keep the ball moving.
Oh my God.
Keep the circle unbroken. Keep the circle unbroken.
Oh my God.
Keep the circle unbroken. Keep the circle unbroken. Jane, talk to us now. Be here. How old are you?
6.
Jane, what can you see? What are you aware of?
There's lots of people around.
And what are they doing?
They look like they're having fun.
And where are you, Jane? Are you happy?
Yeah, I'm in my house.
And what's happening in your house?
Everyone's here. The whole village. Everyone.
The whole village, everyone's there. Okay, that's really good. Is there anybody there you can go and play with? Anybody you know?
Yeah, I've got lots of friends here.
Can you go and play with your best friend? Is she there?
Yeah.
What's her name?
Lucy.
Lucy, excellent. Well, I'd like you to go, and I'd like you to go and play with Lucy. Is that all right? So I can talk to you when you're a little bit older. Is that all right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you go and play with Lucy. That's right, so I can talk to you when you're a little bit older. I'm going to talk to you when you're 15, Jane. So just come to us now, Jane, when you're 15. Jane, are you there? How old are you now?
15.
Good. Okay, Jane, I want you to be welcome here. You happy to talk to us for a little bit?
Yeah.
Good, okay. I'm going to ask you a few questions, if that's all right. A few questions about yourself.
Okay.
Jane, you had or have a cat, yes?
Mm-hmm.
What's the name of the cat? Tell us the name of the cat.
Harry.
Harry, okay. Thank you for that. And everybody, just breathing and just focusing, that's great. It's just being a nice, welcoming place. That's good. And Jane, there's a train ride. You used to go and see your grandmother on the train.
Uh-huh.
That's right. Because she wasn't well, was she?
No, she was really poorly.
Okay. Can you tell us where that was? Where did you go on the train?
London.
To London. Okay. What does your father do for a living, Jane?
He's a builder.
A builder?
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. Thank you. I think, Jane, I'm going to ask you to leave us now. Thank you for being here and being comfortable with us and comfortable to talk to us, okay? So I'm going to let you go now. Is that all right?
That's fine.
Thank you, Jane. You can go now. Go now, Jane. Thank you.